$50 bill and I give it to the barber for my haircut, and then he goes and buys groceries with it from the grocer, and the grocer goes and gets his car washed. The $50 goes from place to place, and after 20 or 30 transactions, the $50 bill belongs to somebody and it's worth $50. Whereas if I pay by card, 1.5% goes to the bank. And then if he takes the money I've given him and pays for the groceries, 1.5% goes to the bank. And after the groceries have been paid for, when he goes to get his car washed, 1.5% goes to the bank. So after 20 or 30 transactions, the $50 is gone, the bank has it all. I think that's why they're so desperate to get rid of cash. Interesting. CBDCs are the next level, because once the money's completely digital, then they control everything you do with it. They control where it goes, but they can also control how and when it can be spent. Imagine some terrible future dystopian society where your money arrives and they say it can only be spent on food, or it can only be spent on vegetables because you've had too much meat this week, or you can't buy transport to a particular area because there's resistance to government oppression in that area. So your money won't work for trains right now because nobody can go down there, because we don't want everyone in a large group. We want everyone at home in their pods. And they can track everywhere it goes, and they can also track how it's spent, and they can control how it's spent. They put a time limit on it. You have an hour to spend this money. It's scary. Like, think of all the ways they can inflict control over it. We have a 50.
Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kadash. Forgive me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well. Wabrakatham unto the elect. This is the Brother Gabar, and I'm back with another lesson. This is going into how the beast system is moving forward. Right now we have protest in the UK about this digital ID. All right, they want this digital ID. They're bringing it. All right, they want it mandatory. All right, saying that, oh, you need this to work inside of the UK, such and so on. And as the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Shah have been saying this for years, you know, where this is going, which is that that MARK of the beast. This is all a part of it. This is all in preparation. Okay, and specifically, what I want to mention as well is that people are protesting. Okay, and you're gonna have people that are literally against that MARK as it get rolled out. Okay, which is the CHIP. All right, if you don't take that, as that is going to ultimately be mandatory to take, okay, for you to engage in commerce with this system, all right, to be active in this world. If you don't take that, then that's, you know, that's it for you. You know, that's what Esau wants you to believe, that is it for you. And ultimately, he is going to put to death people that are not down. All right, you speak out against Israel, you know, you cut off, you cancel. All right, you speaking against this, you're canceled, you cut off. All right, so we're definitely moving forward. We're definitely moving forward towards the MOTB. That's what Esau wants. Okay, that's what Esau wants. And you can go, you know, look deeper into this, you know, the digital ID, and what's going on with that in the UK. And ultimately, yes, that is going to be everywhere, as he's going to have the whole world take the CHIP, and we'll get into that precept. But let me read this, though. This is from BBC.com. This was posted September 26, 2025, updated October 23rd, 2025. It says, what is the plan for digital IDs, and will they be mandatory? All right. And ultimately, it's going to be the CHIP. That's what they ultimately want to roll out, because they want power. Okay. You can't do this, you know, without this. And then we're limiting you. All right. Just like the video that I had of, you got Andrew Tate. Okay. Which is a Jake. All right. But just like the video that I had in the beginning, where he was talking about the complete control. That's what Esau wants. He wants complete control. He wants to do away with cash. He wants to put something inside of you and control you. That's his narrative. That's where he's going with this. Okay. And Yahweh Bashim Shai setting up his men in these last days, the prophets. All right. He's speaking. Okay. And this is made known. Okay, this is made known unto everybody. Everybody has heard this. That's why we see it happen. That's why we see the steps being taken to go forward, right? Because this word is going out and the end is now coming. And a part of the end manifesting fully is that this prophecy will play out. This is one of the biggest prophecies left on the board. Okay, now I'm gonna read down some. It says Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has defended the government's plans to introduce digital IDs across the UK. He told the BBC the new system, you see that? The new system? All right, they want to do away with this and erect something new because the new system that they want is going to allow them to have total control over the people. Total control over the money, over everything. Okay, they want to stuff you. They want to cut the population down by billions. And they want to stuff you down into 15-minute cities, own nothing and be happy. Okay, they regulate everything, right? This is the plan that the elites have, but the Lord is obviously not going to let this actually happen. Matter of fact, I'll grab that and I'll jump back. All right, because Esau think he just eating. Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, right? When he on that last bite, when you eating some good ass food, and you got that last piece left, that last wing, all right, that last scoop of mac and cheese. When you think, all right, I'm finna devour this last, and I'm gonna just rest, let my food settle. The Esau is not gonna get to that point. The Lord is gonna let him get to a certain point, and he's gonna cut him off. All right, a multitude of things gonna happen, but the ultimate thing that is gonna happen is Yahushua coming back. Okay. In real time. Okay, it says Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. You see, so the Lord is angry with this devil, all right, but he's also going to judge this devil too. It's going to manifest, and it's going to manifest as he moves closer and closer to what he thinks is him crowning his enterprise with success, which he cannot achieve. You can't actually do it. All right, and Esau knows that as he moves, the Lord's gonna move. That's why they got stuff like the Space Force. Okay, that's why they got certain things set up. Okay, so that they can be ready, so that they can retaliate. But it's all gonna fail. It's all in vain. Okay, they're not gonna prevail. They're not gonna win. But the Lord is doing all this because it's His will and His prophecy's sake. He built up Pharaoh to tear him down, man. All right. So we're close, man. We're very close. Yahweh Bashim Shah is definitely working in the earth. Okay, because this is a major, major prophecy. All right. I'm going to read on. I'm going to read from the top. Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him in it, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right. When he think he just got it. Everybody see him. All that. He think he just, like Trump got this ballroom and shit. He tearing down this piece. Is, very symbolic, which, you can dig into that and what that's really about, the ballroom or whatever. Okay, but as you see, we're just gonna tear down and I'm gonna build my barns bigger and better, and I'm gonna enjoy this whole ballroom. That's what they think they're doing. That's what they think. We're just so successful. We're just good. We're, the Most High don't see us, right? We're the Most High, right? But the Most High is really sitting in the background laughing at this devil, man. All right, as he's set up. He's in a trick bag, and we're going to get into it, okay? But he think, as you see the construction, they're tearing down pieces of certain sectors of the White House, and they're about to build up this ballroom, and they just going to be dancing in there, having a good old time. We see hipped everybody. We did this, we did that. No, you're not about to have a ball, all right? Esau's about to catch hell. Okay, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Shai. His house is going to be for stubble. You think he can, supersede that? You think he can supersede the authority of Yahweh Bashim Shai? Ain't no damn way. All right, now going back to the article. It says, he told the BBC the new system would, quote, cut the faff, unquote, for people trying to prove their identity in a range of scenarios, as well as showing they have to the right to work. the government says the scheme will be rolled out by the end of the parliament, meaning before the next general election, which by law must be held no later than August 2029. And they got plans. They had a plan for 2025. They got a plan for each year. Okay, and via the scriptures, we know the whole plan. All right, and we're just seeing the steps towards these things. All right, while they're telling the masses, oh, we're just doing this and we just want people to be safe. We just don't want any illegal, crazy people in here. We're trying to help y'all. Whole time, it's a money grab, a power grab, a control grab. And they're pitting people, they're tearing away the middle class, taking that wealth. All right, they're closing the doors to really make money. Okay, they're cutting off cash. Okay, they're tracking you. It's going to be a new way of tracking you on a whole nother level. All right, as they got carbon footprint, digital ID, all of that, man. It's all coming. It is all coming. Okay, and people that didn't believe, hey, you in for a rude awakening. They're in for a rude awakening, because Esau is definitely getting down, man. Esau is definitely getting down. You see how China got their citizens. Yeah. Okay, so it's coming. It is coming, man. It says, why is the government introducing digital ID, and will it be compulsory? Once introduced, digital ID will be used to verify a person's right to live and work in the UK. It will take the form of an app-based system stored on smartphones in a similar way to the NHS app or digital bank cards. The ID will include information on the holder's residency status, name, date of birth, nationality, and their photo. Okay, a digital ID. When he first announced the scheme, Sir Keir said, it's like if I'm saying that wrong, Sir Keir said, you will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that. However, the government subsequently told the BBC that the requirement for ID won't be applied retrospectively, with UK workers only needing it when they apply for a job after its proposed introduction by 2028. Nonetheless, ministers insist it curb illegal immigration by making it harder for people without status to find jobs, which the government argues is a reason some migrants enter the UK illegally. Employers will no longer be able to rely on national insurance NI number, which is currently used as part of proof of right of work or paper-based checks. At the moment, it is possible to borrow, steal, or use someone else's national, and when, by saying, because, the prophets are telling you what's happening and telling you that, the plans of the wicked are evil. But as you hear, oh yeah, we don't want people stealing, and people not supposed to be stealing and stuff, but they're obviously using this thing wickedly to their advantage. Okay, you think Esau finna have digital IDs and everything just to stop illegals? No, man. You think he's really about to do something good? Come on, man. Come on. It's a tighter squeeze for a reason. He wants a squeeze. He wants that power. He wants to control. He wants to be able to have full authority over you. And that's ultimately coming in the form of the C-HIP. This is a step towards. It says, at the moment, it is possible to borrow, steal, or use someone else's national insurance number. Having a picture attached to an ID should, in theory, make it harder to abuse the system. However, conservative leader Kemi Badenoch said that while there were immigrants for and against digital ID, making it mandatory requires proper national debate. Liberal Democrat leader Sir Ed Davey said his party would fight tooth and nail against a scheme which would add to our tax bills and bureaucracy, whilst doing next to nothing to tackle channel crossing. Right? Let me see if I want to read down more on this before I hop into some precepts. It says, I want to read this part, then I'll jump into some precepts, okay? It says, why are some people against digital IDs? Civil liberties groups argue that even a limited digital ID could pave the way for a more intrusive system, and that's what it's doing. It's a step in that direction. It's not the actual thing yet. It's not the actual, that is the MOTB, because that's not what you're using to buy and sell, and you're not putting it in you. They're talking about putting it on smartphones, okay? But it is a herald to something bigger, man. As Esau dealt with gradualism, he's cunning. All right, when somebody's out there hunting, you got Esau. When he out there hunting, he gonna spray himself with the animal piss. He gonna put on the female hormones and have a whole whistle or whatever to make the sound that like she's in heat. A male gonna come around, you know, brolic stalking. He gonna do everything. He gonna make them calls, the movements, be quiet. He gonna wait for hours until the perfect time to actually strike, just like a serpent. Just that's Esau. That's his nature. He's a cunning hunter, man. Okay, so that's what he's gonna do. All right, he's hunting cunningly, pitting on the camo on the face. All right, spraying himself with the piss. You can go watch how they hunt, man, because you know you got to get rid of your scent, because then they'll smell you, this and that. All right, even like the duck call. I remember that show. I think it was called Duck Call, but they made them duck calls and stuff. That's cunning. You go out there, you laying down and shit. You got the camo on, all that. You make the duck call. The duck's flying and shit. Esau is cunning, man. All right, don't think he just finna. Yeah, we're just using this to help. We're trying to help. It's illegals out here. No. Yeah, we need this because we about to roll something. We rolling something else out. And we need that. We need that. You know, it's gonna help. Okay. All right. Anyways, going back, it says that even a limited digital ID could pave the way for a more intrusive system, raising concerns about privacy. Yeah, Esau wants to ultimately get in you, but he ain't no privacy with him. He wants it all. Data security and government overreach. It says Big Brother Watch, alongside 7 other organizations, wrote to the Prime Minister using him to abandon the plan, saying it will push authorized migrants further into the shadows. More than 2.9 million people have signed a petition against introducing digital ID cards on the UK Parliament website. Petitions that get more than 100,000 signatures are considered for debate in Parliament. Other prominent critics include the former Conservative Cabinet Minister David Davis. He said no system is immune to failure and warned that governments and tech companies have repeatedly failed to protect people's data. So now we want to upload you to a system, right, where we still can't really protect you. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, and this system is supposed to protect you by us overreaching and all of that. Come on, man. All right, come on. Don't be simple, all right? It says Secure denied the digital ID would ever be used as a surveillance tool, and said the scheme will absolutely have very strong encryption. For additional security, the ID will be held on individual devices rather than be stored in third-party data centers. Okay, which people can hack phones and everything. They can do all of that if your phone is locked. You could take the battery out. You could throw that bitch in water. It doesn't matter, bro. All right, it's gonna be safer because it's gonna be on your phone. Right. Okay. Let me see. All right, that's basically all I want to grab on there. But we have those protests going on. Okay, we definitely do. And ultimately, Esau is trying to roll out, all right, his MARK. All right, that's what he ultimately wants, for full control. He don't want some control, limited control. He wants full control. That's his plan. Isaiah 14:14. No. We got to start it. We're going to go straight to the point. Isaiah 14:13. For thou hast said, speaking of Esau, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, right? Which is where? North America, Babylon the Great. All right. And as it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. Right. That's the pride of this devil, man. All right. Trying to supersede everything of Yahweh Bashim Ashai in the Israelites. All right. And he is in a heavenly estate right now, as he has the fatness of the earth. He's in his blessing. But none of that matters, because he's losing it all. It's being taken from him. That's why he wept bitterly to Isaac. After Isaac told him, look, I gave Jacob everything. He supplanted your ass. That's why he wept, because he didn't get shit. All right. And then after that, what did he say? He said, the days of my father mourning are at hand, meaning Isaac was about to pass away into the spiritual realm. He was about to die. And then will I slay my brother Jacob. That's what he said. So that's been his mindset, bro. That's been our evil twin brother Esau's mindset. He wants to slay us and get that birthright, but it's not going to happen. He want to be like the Most High. He want to be God, but it's not going to happen. That's his motive. That's where all of this is going. And you watch as everything unfold towards that MOTB. Ain't no, oh, it's going to be Bitcoin. Nigga. Okay. Verse 14, Isaiah 14:14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That is his pride, man. He wants to be God. He thinks he's God. He has a God complex. And it's not going to work. It's not going to play out well for him. And on top of that, I'll jump back to that. On top of that, you go read Obadiah. See, this is how the Most High got him in a trick bag. All right. He put the pride in this nigga. He put it in his heart to fulfill his will. Right? That's why you go read Romans and say, why hast thou made me thus? Right? It's like, damn, well, shit, if you made me this way, why are you punishing me? This is the Lord's will. It's not your will. Right? Shit, we had to get punished. And you loved punishing us. And you took it too damn far. You didn't complain when we went down. No, why did they fail? No, you put all manners of hell on us, even to this day. Right? You didn't complain about being, the hunk of the earth, being the devil, getting everything by reason of the sword. You didn't complain not one time. You went overboard with the shit. That's what you did. So yeah, you got to drink of that cup. What the fuck? Excuse me. But yeah, okay. I want to get straight to the point. Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, right? Because you think of yourself like this, and you're not, and you think you can complete this scheme, this plan, and you can't. You can't. All right? You just can't. The Lord is not going to allow it to come to its fullness. He's going to allow you to get to a certain point so he can judge your ass. But you're not literally finna just see everybody, get rid of Jake, be like the Most High, be in this new system and rule and dancing in your fucking ballroom, just having a good old time. That's not how it's gonna play out. Not according to prophecy. And everything is on track with the Most High. Ain't nothing out of line, ever. Okay, ever. That's why the Most High is gathering the nations for war right now. That's why the Most High has sent his spirit back in the earth and woke the elect up. Something is about to happen, something big. And ultimately, yes, we know Yahushua is coming back. That's what's about to happen, man. The Most High ain't awake the elect for nothing. All right? It says, Obadiah 1:3, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Esau's original habitation. All right, you got because we know he coming from the Caucasus Mountains, but really, you go before that, you got Mount Seir. Okay, which look like the goddamn White House, man. Okay. It says, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me to the ground? Yeah, who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me? He puffing at all his enemies. including the Lord, including the Israelites. Man, the Most High gonna laugh at this dude, bro. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, who is that? Who exalts themselves as the eagle? What nation got that? All right, which they just passed, what was it, last year or this year? Damn, I believe it was this year, when they just made the eagle the national bird of America. And everybody was like, I thought it'd be in there. Showing you, it been that, bro. It been that. It's on the quarter. Come on now. It's on everything, bro. Even Rome back then had the eagle. You go look at the different empires with Esau, it's the eagle, man. The highest flying bird, because he's that prideful, man. He really thinks he's that guy. He's the Most High. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh, right. Esau think he finna complete this, he finna do this and do that, and it's not gonna work. Right when he think, oh, I'm about to, he picking up that last scoop of mac and cheese is dripping off the side of the spoon. That shit juicy. And he just chew, look, feeding the baby, going into the mouth. And out of nowhere, the Lord's gonna walk in and smack the fuck out this dude. Spoon gonna fly, mac gonna be on the damn ceiling. Table gonna be just like that video on, if you've probably seen it went viral, that Jake was biting into that juicy ass burger, and then a fucking car came in and hit their ass. Yeah, suddenly, unexpected, think you about to devour and just enjoy this shit, and then boom, your house shot. Yeah, that's how this is gonna go down, man. All right, that's how it's going. The Lord is gonna bring this dude down. The Lord ain't just gonna let this happen. He's not about to rule. Esau is not about to rule. The Lord is bringing this dude down. Okay, now going back to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 15. Now it says, yet, I'm gonna read verse 14 again. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, which you can't do. Let me pull a quick one. Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 5. All right, the Lord speaking. To whom will ye liken me and make me equal, or compare me, that we may be like? Ain't nobody like Yahweh. You ain't like the Most High, bruh. Calm down, nigga. Ain't nobody like the Most High. All right, and when you read this chapter, you go into how let me see. Salakia. Yeah, you go into how, like it says in verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and stuff like that. Where was you at, Esau, in the beginning? Nowhere, nigga. Right? And it goes on. All right, the Lord created the heavens, the earth, everything in existence. He formed wisdom. All right? He formed Yahweh Shai. All right? Everything, bro. And it's countless scriptures on that, man. So you're not like the Most High. Nobody's like the Most High. Just to clarify that. All right? And will ever be. Even Yahweh Shai is in his respected order and place, man, before Yahweh. All right? They're not the same exact person in one body, right? They're on one accord, the same, but they're two different people. All right? It says, Isaiah 14:15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, because he's in heaven right now, right? So he gonna be in hell. He gonna be in a horrible condition. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, he literally is gonna be in the damn pit. All right. Verse 16, as it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee. They gonna be like, what the fuck? Is that Trump? Because the leader's gonna make it. They're gonna make it out this motherfucker via the submarines, the bunkers, their hiding places, the satellites. They're gonna go up into their spaceships. The elites are gonna make it out this bitch. Not saying that Trump is the top elite. Trump is a puppet. There's elites over him for sure. Okay, families, bloodlines. All right, which they're tied in on a lower level than them. But yeah, Okay? Yeah. So then they're going to be down there in that damn pit, and you know, even the heathen's going to be like, what the fuck? This nigga, man, you know, it's going to go into it. It says, verse 16, Isaiah 14:16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? They like, this nigga? Hiroshima? He here, you know? That's how it's going to be, man. Because he going to be falling so low from where he once was. Being all at the top, now you're just going to be at the bottom only, man. And who going to be at the top? The Israelites. And it's already beginning because we got the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Ain't no stopping this. Ain't no stopping this. It's over. Right? All right. I'm going to get my last precept. Revelation 13:16, because this is obviously coming. Matter of fact, now I got one more after this, really, Lord's will. But Revelation 13:15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right. So the system, what Esau has erected, what he's trying to erect, I say, in the earth, okay, this beast system, which is already here, but with that see here, man, what he's trying to do, he's saying, hey, if you ain't down, your ass getting cut out. Okay? That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, man. As it says, and cause as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And it's going to be a certain number of the actual elect that are going to be killed as well, deleted. You know, I don't want this to get taken out, but, you know, it's going to be a certain number that actually do have to, you know, go that route as a testimony of their faith. Okay? And they're going to be raised up first. As the scriptures say, the ones that are dead are going to go up first. And then the ones that are alive are going to be called up together. So it's going to be something to see. It's going to be a day. You know, Lord's will, you know, I'm there to see it. Okay? But that's why the scripture speaks about strive for the truth unto death. Okay, that's why Yahushua told us they're going to take away some of you so that we won't be offended when these things happen. We know what we're getting ourselves into. We started building a house, but we already counted how much wood we need to build this house, how many nails it was going to take, how many shingles you had to buy beforehand. We ain't just come out there just throwing shit around, beating at the air. Okay? You got to be certain. You got to be steadfast in this thing because, hey, it's going to get rough. Everybody going to be tested. But verse 16, Revelation 13:16. And he causeth, all right, so he's going to cause people to take this thing because he's going to put a squeeze on the people. Take away comforts. Take away a lot of things that people need because they're relying upon him. And then he's going, hey, well, look here. Take this. And this is put in many movies and everything, man. Okay, but hey, take this. And now you're good. Bow down to me. Worship me. Put this in you. Here, you can go back to Kroger. You can go back to Walmart. Here, you can get your fucking snaps back if you take this. Your EBT. Your WIC. Yeah. We getting close. Okay? As he's pulling the rug, he's thinking he's pulling the rug from everybody else. All right, then he just gonna have this whole new thing there set up. But the Lord is really pulling the rug from up under him. Let's grab that. All right. And keep in mind, the Most High does not mind waiting to judge a person. All right. Keep that in mind. So all them wicked Edomites, they got to come back. All right. It ain't just they did all that and that was just it. Nah. Proverbs 26:27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. Right. So all of this that Esau's doing is coming back 1,000-fold on him, man. 1,000-fold. That's why, hey, Babylon the Great is going to be such an overkill with this place, man. 200 million missiles. The world is going to literally shake from this destruction. Right? And them elites, they're not escaping. Hey, you got that movie Don't Look Up where they thought, shit, this comet coming. we can, maybe we blow it up or something. But then they realized, wait, it's diamonds on there. So then it was a money grab, and then they couldn't. It was too late, and they couldn't destroy it. So then they dipped off to another planet. They were like, fuck it. All the elites. It showed you the oil families, the banking families. It showed you in the movie. At the end of the movie, they thought, oh, we're good. We just escaped, right? And the whole time they got off of them ships, they was naked. And then what? And then they just started getting devoured by teeth of wild beasts. Judgment, man. Which was just a movie. But Yahweh Bashim Shai is writing it in their hearts to what to do. So they're not going to escape, bro. It is no escape. It is no escape, okay? Going back, it says, Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. You go into the Blue Letter Bible, on that word mark, it says charagma, a physical cutting or implant, right, into under the skin. All right, which is what he wants, which is where all this is going. The whole biometric payment, tap to pay, all right, digital ID, carbon footprint, and everything else. That's just a couple of things. This is all leading to something. It isn't just there and then it's just gonna fizz away. Yeah, we're back with cash. Cash is king. Come on, bro. They can't completely control the cash. I even had the video earlier, the introduction. Okay, introduction where, hey, instead of cash shit online, we're gonna just tax it and we're gonna make it all back anyway. So this dude is a very, very devil. He's a devil, man. A slick nigga, right? Satan himself, man. Okay, he cometh after the works of Satan, as scripture say. All right, it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor. All right, ain't no middle class, rich and poor, right, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That's what it's coming down to. That's the MOTB. And what you gonna have that thing for? You just gonna take it and just sit at home? Nah, you're gonna have to take that thing to stay in your position here. It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell. So you're gonna use that to buy or sell. Biometric payment, wave of the hand. Okay. Shit, they can set it up to where it's just a thought. You walking through the grocery store, you get by the register, you just start thinking some shit. Ding. And you just walk out. You don't even stop. You just walk by the shit. You're the fucking payment. And then they can control you because they can, all right, you only buy this many vegetables and toilet paper this month, this much meat. Right? You already spent this much on that, so then this much, or you can't spend anything today because, that's complete control. That's what he wants, to be like the Most High. He wants to control everything in you. All right. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Right. You want to continue to eat? You want your benefits back? Take this. I'm your God. Bow down. And guess what? The whole world gonna do it except for the elect. And you're gonna have people protesting like this and stuff. All right, and it's gonna get more deadly as the actual MOTB comes out. All right, of course. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of resisting. All right, it's gonna be a lot of resisting. It's gonna be an insurrection upon the government, because people ain't just finna a lot of people ain't just finna, just okay. You got a lot of people that got guns, and that can think a little. Why you in my pockets? Shit. You had the whole Charlie Chaplin incident, all right, which stirred up political turmoil, which was done by one of their own, Egyptian against Egyptian, all right, which was also an inside job. Man. Okay, so you see how everything is orchestrated towards a certain thing. All right, Jacob's trouble, Yahweh Shai's coming, MOTB, all those three main things right there. That's what's on the table right now. Those are the main three things right there on the table, man. And we see we're stepping through that door of Jacob's trouble. We're stepping through the door of the MOTB being here. It's all coming. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, Revelation 13:17, and no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay. Now I want to grab one more precept. Because this is Esau all the way, man. This is Esau all the way. Literally, as he's building a damn ballroom right now. I'm going to tear down and I'm going to build back better. Okay. Let's get Luke 12 and 16. All right. But really, I want to start at verse 14. It says, and he said, this is Yahushua speaking, he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness. Matter of fact, let's get this in the NLT. I don't think I ever read this in the NLT. It's a lot there. Let me see. NLT, Luke chapter 12, and verse 13. Luke chapter 12, verse 13 in NLT. It says, the title of this chapter right here, it says Parable of the Rich Fool. Which, that's Esau, man. Like Lazarus and the rich man. Okay? Yeah, Esau is the rich fool, thinking he's just living in pleasure and everything, just don't care, do all manners of evil. It's like, yeah, and it's just, life is just a money grab. No matter what, no matter how much other people got to suffer just for you to have a little more. It says, verse 13, Luke 12 and 13 NLT. Then someone called from the crowd, teacher, please tell my brother to divide our father's estate with me. Yahushua replied, friend, who made me a judge over you to decide such things as that? Then he said, beware, guard against every kind of greed. Life is not measured by how much you own, which these people think. Okay, now as the point begins. Okay, but I want to bring that out because that's what Esau thinks, man. Esau thinks it's just all, it's carnal. He's a carnal man, so I got to get my gains on this side right now. Just like when he sold his birthright. Sold his birthright for a morsel of meat because he was faint. He was out there for hours, ain't get shit. Out there all day, ain't get shit. Came back, Jake was cooking it up. Jake know how to season shit up. It's like it was like the cartoon. He walked in and that smoke, when it entered into them nostrils, over there, ooh, smelt that shit. Sold his birthright. Cooked himself, man. Which was already in the spirit. Jacob was first. One people was stronger than the other. One will be greater than the other. The elder shall serve the younger. It was all gonna happen. But the Lord manifested it. He played it out. That's what the Lord does. Okay. It says, then he told them a story. Luke 12, 16 NLT. Then he told them a story. A rich man had a fertile farm that produced fine crops. He said to himself, what should I do? I don't have room for all my crops. Then he said, I know, I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. That's what Esau's doing. He's tearing down to build something else. He's thinking I'm going to do away with this so I can have even more. And building that ballroom is a great example. Because, you can literally go watch the demolition of certain parts of the White House right now for them to bring in that ballroom. Thinking we're going to tear this down and we just going to put this down. We just going to have a ball. But it won't be so. Thus saith the Lord, which I'm speaking about him, not literally like actually just the ballroom, but literally his system he's trying to put up, man. It won't work. It says, then he said, I know, I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I have room enough to store all my wheat and other goods. Right, then I'll be straight. I crown my enterprise with success. All right. It says, and I'll sit back. Woo. It says, verse 19, and I'll sit back and say to myself, that's what happened after you eat too. That Job chapter 20, that's what happened after you eat. You sit back, you let that stomach settle. All right. It says, and I'll sit back and say to myself, my friend, you have enough stored away for years to come. Now take it easy, eat, drink, and be merry. That's what Esau thinks, man. He just gonna eat, drink, and be merry. And it's funny because Yahweh Shai literally said that it's gonna be like the days of Noah. People gonna be eating, drinking, and giving in marriage. Hey, Esau gonna be doing the same shit, eating, drinking, thinking he just got it. It's almost like a loading bar that hit 98, 99%. He thinks, oh, it's there, and then it's just gonna be ruined. Okay. It says, verse 20. Here's the point. But Yahweh said to him, "You fool! You will die this very night. Then who will get everything you work for?" Whoo. The kingdom gonna be translated. Now we're not gonna get exactly. We're gonna have Babylon. We're gonna take it over, the land of America. No, this place is gonna be crisp. But the kingdom is gonna be translated. We're gonna get everything that he had. He gonna throw up all the riches and everything he stole, and he gonna be servants to the Israelites. Okay. It says, but Yahweh said to him, "You fool! You will die this very night. Then who will get everything you worked for?" Right? I even read verse 21. It says, "Yes, a person is a fool to store up earthly wealth, but not have a rich relationship with Yahweh." Right? Because wisdom is above all. Okay? The Lord is above all. So put Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah first. All right? That's what we know. Okay? But Esau he's a fucking fool, man. He's a fool. He think he finna actually do this, but he not. Okay, so as we see these steps are going towards the crowning of this enterprise, all right, ultimately it's gonna be with that MOTB. Okay, them bringing in this new system, as they keep saying. They're literally telling you, yeah, we got a new system. We doing away with the old system, and we got a new system. Yeah, it might seem like we overreaching and we're doing, we're squeezing, but it's for the better. It's gonna help. No, man. Okay, when does he ever not, when does Esau ever did something good? Okay. So Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Until next time, Kam Yasharallah, Shalom.